Good day and welcome to Chess Corner. In today's game, we have a game from Casablanca Chess still, and this is actually from round three, wherein we're gonna look into a game between Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura and Grandmaster Magnus Carlsen. And in this game, they're gonna follow a game between Grandmaster Anatoly Karpov as white against Grandmaster Garry Kasparov. Happened in Moscow, 1985. Let's get right into it and let's see what happened. So in this game, we have e4 and then c5. So we have knight f3, e6, d4, capture, knight takes d4, knight c6, and now knight c3. We have d6 and now g4. We have h6, h4, too aggressive for white, as you can see. White already push the two pawns on g2 and h4. So we have a6 and now bishop to g2. We have bishop to e7 and now bishop e3. We have capture, queen takes d4, and now we have this move, excellent move tempo on the queen. So queen has to go back. And in this position, this is actually the position that happened or occur last 1985 between Grandmaster Karpov against Grandmaster Kasparov. So same position happened in 1985 that Hikaru Nakamura and Magnus Carlsen will play. So this is actually the starting position. So after Queen D1, we have Bishop to E6. So this is the main position after Bishop E6. So after Bishop E6, we have Knight D5. We have Rook to C8, putting pressure on the pawn on C2. And also, as you can see in this position, there's actually a possibility of Bishop B6 and then Knight C7. And this is the idea behind Rook to C8. So we have C3 and now Knight to F6. So challenging this knight as well as putting pressure on this pawn on G4. So we have capture on E7 and now king takes E7. Well, actually, there's an option to capture with a queen, but in this position, Magnus decided to capture with a king rather because right now it is not that safe to basically castle on the king side because G5 is actually coming. So after king e7, we have g5 still. We have knight g4, and now bishop to c1. Actually, Nakamura don't want to give the bishop on e3 because it will ruin the pawn structure, and this will become like a weakness in the position. Because let's say, for example, if you allow it, knight takes e3, capture, there will be like queen to b6. So after bishop c1, we have capture, and now bishop to f3, which is not the best continuation. In this position, the suggestion is to go f3 first, or even bishop to h3. But all right, we have bishop to f3. After bishop f3, we have queen to d7. So adding additional defender on the knight because right now the knight is actually attacked twice. So we have rook to g1 again, putting pressure on the knight. This is actually attacked three times now. So you really need to do something about this knight. So, well, you can actually place the knight on f6, h6, but in this position we have knight to h2. An excellent move because this is the threat. I'll just capture the bishop because this bishop is very strong in this position. So we have bishop g5 with a check, and as per computer evaluation, not the best continuation here. The suggestion is to go bishop e2, not allowing to, the black knight to basically capture the bishop on f3. But still, bishop g5 is actually not that bad. So after bishop g5, we have f6, excellent choice, and now we have bishop to e3. So we have rook to g8, and now h5. We have capture on f3 and then queen takes f3. So right now we have opposite bishop in the position, and in this position, this is actually a bit better now for um, black. It is because, as you can see, this pawn on h5 is actually a weakness. It is actually threatened already once, so there's a possibility of doubling up the rook, and queen can also go to e8, and then even bishop f7 is also possible. So here we have queen to b5 by Magnus, so putting pressure on this pawn on b2. So we have bishop to c1, and now bishop to f7. Now this pawn is actually attacked twice. So we have rook to h1, a bit passive in this position because you're basically just defending the pawn. So after rook h1, we have queen to a4. Now Magnus would like to play queen c2 in this position, and there's also a possibility of going to d1. So we have queen to c2, not allowing the queen c2 move. It's a prophylactic move, not allowing queen c2. So here we have d5. After d5 capture, bishop takes d5 now, and now rook to h2. So we have queen to c6. There's actually a threat of bishop f3 still, attacking this pawn. So here we have f4, and now bishop to f3 still. So we have queen e3, and now capture on h5. We have capture, recapture, and now capture on e5. So we have rook to e8 first. Well, if you're gonna capture, let's say e takes f6, king takes f6, that should be winning right away for black. But of course, Hikaru Nakamura won't fall for this. So we have queen to g1 first with the idea of queen takes d7. So we have king f7 first, and now bishop to e3. After bishop e3, we have rook takes e5. Now the bishop is actually pinned. The rook is actually pointing at this direction, and it is actually defended by the queen. So in this position, we have king to d2. After king d2, we have a check on d5. So we don't have a choice just to go king c1. But after king c1, this is actually completely winning for black. Well, you can actually pause the video and take a look if you can find the best or the solution in this position. All right. Well, actually, if you found the rook takes e3, very good for finding that one. That's actually the best move because what's going to happen if you capture, this will be just a check on d1, and this will be a checkmate already. Well, that's our game for today. I hope you like it. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching Chess Corner. Bye bye now.